Hi, everyone. I know it's been a while. It's yours truly, the Texas Raider, and we're doing it live, and we're doing it on Monday night because the world famous our Louisiana Life-Trey is not going to be doing one. He's at work. Go figure, right? So anyway, so far in the house, I see Miss Heather. Hello, Miss Heather. Thank you for all your help and all the moderating that you do and setting things up. And there's Rule. Oh man, I've hit the big time. Rule 2IC. Man, I tell you what, I've been watching a lot of your videos, sir. Been watching a lot. And of course, OVP as well. He put out a good one about some of the things that he has. And then of course I had to watch the Orlando Prepper, but I missed it because I saw 7 o'clock. I thought that was my time, but it was actually Eastern. So I had to catch the replay. But hey, I made it. I still left a comment and all that. But if anybody yeah, and Scott, hey, how are you, Scott? Let's see if I remember how to do this. Let me see. Yep, there it is. I remember how to do that. And everybody's saying hello to Scott and, of course, to each other. So, but basically, I was just going to get on here and give Miss Lori a little break as well, who Miss Lori should be coming on sometime soon. So let me get the link going. I remember how to do that. And all. And that goes there. And that goes there. Well, welcome in, Scott. I'm glad to have you.
Right, because the world famous.
Let me shut this down. There we go. We don't need 2 volumes. And let's see, pin comment. There we go. And it's pinned. Okay, back over here we go. All right. And there's Miss Lori. Yeah. We'll see if she's got juice or water tonight. I've got sweet tea in my official Our Louisiana Life cup. I may have to call him and go, hey, there's somebody doing a live talking about you. Maybe that'll spur him to come on or something. So, but anyway, went to the doctor, my first doctor here today. They did he wanted to do an EKG, and he also wanted to do blood work. So he said the EKG looked good. Did the blood work, but of course it's got to go to the lab, so it's going to be a day or 2 or whatever. So we'll see how that comes up. But he said, well, I'll see you in 6 months. So, December 11th, I get to go back. Unless something else. And he's going to refill my prescriptions, of course. So, other than that, hi, Debbie. Welcome in. But I don't have the list that Miss Lori has for all the prayers, for the people. So I will say, in general, we're just going to, you need to pray for everybody. And because prayers doesn't cost anything, it doesn't hurt. Just like watching a Rule 2IC video, it doesn't hurt. You can leave a comment, and you might get some great information, which I know you will because I've been watching him for, a while now. And I've learned a lot. He comes up with a lot of great information. And then you've got the antics from a certain person that has a late night show, Miss Lori. So if you're not subscribed to these other channels, I highly recommend that you do, because they are a bunch of great people for sure. But Miss Lori, I put the link up. It's pinned, so you know what you've got to do, Miss Lori. With or without the wig. But everybody's saying hello to one another again. What? She sure did. Bye, Yemeni. Thank you for bringing that up. I will get that there. There. All right, Miss Lori, you're back in blue. You should be. You should be back in blue. Oh, Heather's going to have a new video. So if you're not subscribed to Heaven's Fire 18, you got to have to watch it. Because them bunnies are so dang darn cute. There's nothing like sweet tea. But the good news is for the United States is there's no tornado warnings that I have seen. And I just got the alert for Heaven's Fire. And so that's good news. So maybe tonight I can actually relax and not have to stare at weather and send out all the bulletins and all the warnings and everything. But that is something that I normally do, as everybody knows. So. All right, Miss Lori, I'm watching for you to jump up here. Because I know you're supposed to jump up here. Like I jump up on you. Oh, my goodness. Hello.
Hello.
Well, how are you?
So far, so good.
And how's my...
Hang on a minute.
Oh, we're hanging on. She's got to get on our hotspot. There is OVP. I was just talking about you, OVP, and boom, you join in. How you doing, brother? So, anyway, all right. Do you get hotspot or?
No, I turned off my YouTube in the background.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured
I'm on my phone, so
jumping on hotspot, or you were, or the famous Boots was trying to get on camera so you'd say hello to me. Oh boy,
I don't even know where he's at.
There's Miss Lauren. Hi, Lauren and Joel. I'm sure Joel is probably going to bed. But yeah, his ears were burning.
Come here, buddy. Say hi.
Hi, Boots. Are you Boots?
Go sit in your window.
Oh, the bromance is here. Hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well.
Hi, JS.
Uh-oh, I see another one. Oh, yeah, there she is.
Hello.
Hi, Lori.
How you doing?
Good. Busy, but good.
Busy is good. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah, tomorrow night I've got band rehearsal, so it's going to be busy again, but that's all right.
Hi, Jazz. Genesis. Shalom. Shalom. Da-da-da-ba.
Oh, that's what I forgot. I got to get my chat pulled up.
Your chat. You and that chat.
I gotta pull up my chat. If I don't pull up my own chat, then I have to watch StreamYard or Restream or whatever.
Well,
And
I
then
got a StreamYard.
and then I get lost because it goes backwards.
So, how did she do at the archery range today?
I was sitting in the car because I was freezing.
Freezing.
Well, feels like 49 degrees up there.
Yeah, and she was in shorts, so I'm sure she was cold, but she didn't say anything about it.
Oh man.
Rule's calling you out, Miss Lori.
Sorry. I had to. Well, you mentioned I was in catch-up mode because I was watching Trey's post that he put up today, and I was just making a comment on his video when you went live, and I said, "Oh, I gotta hurry up," and
Yeah, because somebody called you and said, "Hey,
I know, and I figured I had time, but
because
then when you went live, I started at the beginning and I had it in catch up mode, and then when you mentioned something about water, she's gonna get a drink and everything, and I went, oh no, I gotta fill up my water. Ran to the sink, filled up the water, and what did that do? I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm late.
Well, I was almost late because a certain Faith wanted to go outside. So I was like, okay, you go outside. I'll get, grab my bottles of water for tonight, and all this jazz. And so from there, I was like at the back door going, where is she? Oh, she's doing business. Okay. How many minutes have I got? 5 minutes. Come on, Faith.
Move your butt.
Trying to get Faith to finish her business. So I kind of opened up the storm door and let it close so she'd hear it like, he's calling me to come in. Maybe I need to hurry up. So she comes slowly coming over, and I'm like, really? I did take her for a ride today after getting back from the doctor so that she wouldn't feel so left out. We ran a few errands and all this jazz. And, of course, she had her, when about 30 miles an hour, she'll stick her head out. If I get up to 45, she'll get back in the truck and it's like, okay, I'm done with the window. Yeah, that dog is not spoiled, not the least. That dog is just,
She's neglected.
Yeah, she's definitely neglected.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to catch up with Chad.
I know I haven't even had a chance to really read chat, except I did see Lauren say, hello, Laurie.
Lauren, I actually only have one client. So.
You wish.
Yeah,
it's
takes
good.
Miss Lori's Lear jet, flies down from Minnesota all the way to Oklahoma, works a couple hours, and flies back every day. Yeah, right.
No,
but I guarantee you, she'd be worth it if she did that.
It's good. I guess the most challenging part of my job is actually ironing because I don't iron. So that's the part that I struggle with. But other than that, I really enjoy my job.
That's always a good thing.
So what happened to the dog? The dog got into the truck or something? What was that about?
Okay, so my first hour of work is always the most interesting because stuff happens and like it's usually the most unpredictable part of my day. And this morning, he pulls in and he's got a washer and dryer that he picked up for his sister. And he's like, oh, I'm just going to clean it up real quick. And it was like scrambling to clean up the mess that you made so that you like
So nobody
don't
knows
have
you
your
had a
mom
party
seeing
at the
like,
house?
yeah. So pulled out the shop vac, the air compressor, the garden hose. We used the kitchen sink, rags, a bucket of Dawn dish soap and water, and a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, he's washing up this washer and dryer for his sister. And it was like cleaning up a mess that you made that you don't want your mom to see. So you're like scrambling to do it really quick. That's how my day started. It was really funny. I was giggling an hour later.
That would have been a funny video to record. Just I mean,
It would have.
I know you can't, but it would have been hilarious.
But I went into the backyard to go get the garden hose. And when I went out, the dog snuck behind me and walked out the garage door. And she doesn't listen. She doesn't come back. So she ended up getting into the truck and he took her with her when he left. So yeah, I let the dog out.
Miss Lauren, I just scheduled it for 9:15 Central Time and did it through StreamYard, and that was about it because I was trying to scramble as well because it was 9:01 when I actually set it up. So I didn't think I did. So surprise!
It's like surprise.
I had planned to call you or text you and say, "Hey, I'm going live," but a certain person right down here got 4 paws and a tail and loves TREATs.
Come here, buddy.
You know.
Come here.
But anyhow, she and then I totally forgotten when I sat down. I had like a minute and 40 seconds. I was like, yeah.
And you didn't go to YouTube and set up your
Come here.
Subscribers only thing and all that.
That's I've got the camera backwards. Yeah. Anyway,
that's her job.
Well, I text as soon as I got off the phone with you, Miss Lori. I text Heather and said, "Hey, I'm going to be doing a live. Can you set up subscriber mode for me?" And which she did, and which sometime or another I need to get with Heather or Lauren and say, okay, how do I do this? So if Heather's busy, if Lauren is busy, at least I can learn something new how to do it.
I know how to do it from the phone. I don't know how to do it from YouTube. So Lori might be the one to show you how to do it from YouTube.
Yeah, well,
I could do that.
I usually go when I go to the app, StreamYard app that's on my laptop here, and that's how I set up the YouTube, the live, and so
you have to do the community moderation from the YouTube side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do it. You
Well,
can't do it through
sometime or another. We'll have to maybe schedule whatever's convenient for everybody, and then we can try to sweet talk, beg, plead, cry, and see if we can get Miss Lauren up on panel, and we can do a video, providing Miss Lauren wants to do it. I haven't asked her, and we can not schedule it anytime quickly, but something and see if that will work for her. And then we can say, I can send out a text or call since somebody has a flip phone maybe call and say, hey, what about this day? At this time, would it work for you and Miss Heather? Would it work for you? And then Miss Lauren and all of us can get on a who's ever wants to run the live. And you'll have to be real slow for me because I'm one of these, type peckers on typing.
You
I'm
don't have to type anything in. All you have to do is click the places where you set it up. It's just pushing a button.
All right. Let's see. But yes, anything we can do to help you sport. Oh, Vita.
Hi, Vita.
I have not. I've been worried about you. I haven't. I mean, because I haven't seen you. I've in lives. I haven't. I was getting worried about you, and I had no way of figuring out how to contact you or to check on you to do just a check and make sure you're okay, doing okay. I hope and pray that you are.
She was in my live the other night.
You mean the live that I couldn't make?
I probably, yeah. I know. I was surprised. We were all surprised. Like, Vita!
So, how's the new hutch working, Miss Heather?
So far, so good. I'll eventually have to do some modifications to it because the side is actually chicken wire. So I'm probably going to end up putting different wire on the sides, and on the bottom it's got hardware cloth, so it's like 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, which can be really hard on the bigger rabbit's feet. So I'm probably going to put some 1 inch by 1/2 inch wire on the bottom.
How are those little cushy things that you got?
You'll have to see in the video. I think she's got 3 of them in there.
She's pulling a Johnny Gillum on us. You'll have to watch the video.
You'll have to watch the video.
I wasn't being a jerk about it, but
no. And I'm not saying Johnny Gillum when he says that is being a jerk. He's making a funny.
No, it's just he knows how to get people to watch his videos.
Hello, Resourceful Living.
Hello.
Hi, Brian and Kathy.
Oh, everybody say goodnight to Scott.
Good night, Scott.
Good night, Scott.
Have a nice sleep and good luck tomorrow at your work. Be safe. Any rabbit
eggs yet? Soraya. JS Genesis wants to know if your rabbits have any eggs yet.
Chocolate eggs.
Eggs,
She said no.
At least it didn't come from the hairy armpit guy. Have you heard that yet, Miss Lori?
You did what?
Go ahead, Heather. You got to explain it.
Explain what, the hairy armpit guy?
Yes.
Well, because Chris used to do the hair thing and the armpit thing, Soraya calls Chris hairy armpit guy.
Good night, Debbie.
Good night, Debbie. Sweet dreams. God
Good
bless.
night, Debbie.
We only use hardware cloth.
We only use hardware cloth ever. I don't have rabbits now, but that's all we would use for them and chickens. I've actually heard that hardware cloth can cause a lot of sore hocks, especially with bigger breed rabbits. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on the hardware cloth that we have in the hutch.
Everybody's saying goodnight to Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie's saying goodnight to all. But If there's anybody that's in here that would like to share links to other channels, feel free to do so. You know, I have no problem with that and would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I have a hard time keeping up with chat when I'm in a live because, you know, split brain doesn't work for me.
I guess that means I'm special then because I'm left-handed. And oh goodness gracious!
Oh dear!
Hi, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Okay, ladies, Troy Sutton's in the house. Come on, blow it up. Here we go. Hey, Troy. Oh man.
Troy has arrived.
Stand by for all of the antics.
Lauren.
That's funny.
Mr. Eyes is in the house.
I was going to say something about Uranus, but the Fudge Factory, that is.
His eyes are so blue. He's got eyes like my dad.
Is that what it is? Is that what's attractive to all these ladies?
Blue eyes. He's got great blue eyes.
I'm sorry, I have hazel eyes.
So do I. They're really, really, really dark now. They used to be a lot lighter when I was younger, but now they're getting darker. They're more green. They used to shift between a little touch of blue and a little touch of green. Now they're pretty much green.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Jovita, Amy, and I are taking a break from. Oh, that's probably a good idea because Amy is in the middle of all kinds of stuff going on. Faith is getting very close to her due date.
Where were those music tapes?
Oh, what did I do with them?
Great.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Oh boy, you're missing it. Look who just joined in.
Oh,
Hi, Shadow Scout.
Honor and strength, my brother.
Oh, I suppose. I have to get ready for bed, but I figured I'd pop in quick anyway before I go to bed.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I responded to what you sent, Troy. Everybody saying hello to Shadow.
I'm back.
You are back.
Yeah, Jerry was looking for the VCR tapes of us.
You mean he didn't want to say hi? I mean, you know, one of these days I've got to meet. We need to meet Jerry.
I know. I got to try and convince him to come up and do a live because you guys will get a kick out of him, I'm sure. As long as he doesn't start getting political.
Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Heather.
Morning,
Good morning,
Shaq.
brother.
Good morning, brother.
I'll say good morning, but it's just about time to go to bed, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night then.
It's,
And sweet dreams.
it's morning for Shadow.
Yeah, so
That's
that
true.
makes everything more confusing.
It does.
It's early morning for Shadow.
Oh yeah, it is. It's 4:44 a.m.
Yeah, VCR tapes. Jerry was going through some old VCR tapes that he found in the cellar and found out that they had mold growing on them. So he's been cleaning them up. And he found 2 tapes of us back when we played music with our whole gang of people. We used to call ourselves old friends. And we did a concert at the Worcester Artist Group, which was part of the Worcester Museum. Anyway, we did a whole concert, and I'm going to try to upload it to YouTube so I can play it on my channel. I'm hoping I won't get any strikes for it because we're going to be doing all kinds of music from other people, but it's going to be us just playing them, and singing them. So I don't think there would be any. I mean, I see people playing and singing music on their own channels on YouTube all the time, and I'm doubting that they're paying copyright issues. So I'm hoping we can post it so that our friends can watch. So I haven't seen them in years. They were done probably in the 90s, maybe the 80s. I don't even remember when they were done, but it was a while ago when we were both young and no gray hair, and it doesn't look gray, does it?
Yeah, but it does up there. It's got snow on the top.
That's funny.
But I want to get it on because I know I can't wait to see it because I'm sure it's going to be fun to watch it.
All right. Well, Shadow, how's your early morning going so far?
Well, pretty good.
Did you
Don't
sleep well?
complain.
Sea Sport Run. Sea Scouts.
See,
Sea
Scout
flank
from the left.
Sea Scout surprise. Good Scout. Good. Somebody's starting to write a book.
I love you, Lord. Oh, that was good.
That was hilarious.
I'm assuming he did, OVP. And Shadow, if you're not subscribed to Ohio Valley Prepping, you need to.
I'm not sure, actually.
You're a moderator, so
Yeah, I know.
you
I
can
can.
click on his
Yeah.
link.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to Ohio Valley Prepping. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm subscribed to so many channels, so I forget who I'm subscribed to.
Me
I know
too.
the feeling. And trying to, when certain days come out, it's like Johnny Gillum has got a video out and all this and then all this. And you just got all these, and hey, on Thursdays or Wednesdays is Rule 2IC. And then on Thursdays is the Orlando Prepper. And it's just like boom, 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 boom. And it's like trying to, so sometimes, I got to hit replay to watch them.
Yeah, there's not enough hours in the day to watch everybody's videos.
But then if it's like tomorrow morning, I've got to I've got all the components now to change the oil in my riding lawnmower, and so that's got to get done. Hello, Glenn Anderson. Shalom. Thank you for stopping and popping in. And
Marianne.
Marianne, oh my goodness. Hello.
She popped in now.
Hopefully you're doing all right and having a great evening. and it's not too muggy. My ear is itching for whatever reason. Oh,
Ay, ay, ay.
oh,
Okay. I think I'm all set.
right back to you, brother.
Hey, y'all. I talked to Greg earlier today. He said that he, Troy, and David Moffat are going live Saturday night,
Yep.
7
That'd be
p.m.
fun.
I assume that's Eastern 7 p.m. So 6 Central.
Yeah, because they're both Eastern. David and Troy are both Eastern time zone.
Ooh, it's muggy there. A muggy Florida.
Yeah, that's one thing that everybody tells me. Oh, you should come down and live in Florida. Yeah, no, I don't want.
Mm-mm.
I can't do muggy.
I don't think I could afford to live in Florida.
That too. Oh my word.
Oh, nope.
Yeah.
Lauren says it's 7 p.m. Central.
Oh, so that's 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
Oakley dokley.
Exactly.
Let's see, 8 p.m. Let's see, that'd be 12. That'd be
Carry the one.
about 3 a.m. for Shadow,
Yeah.
give or take.
Don't ever move down here. No, Marianne, I don't think I ever could because I cannot deal with the muggies. Oh, they kill me.
Thank you again, brother. Have a good night.
Glenn.
But yeah, I mean, when I was younger and in the military, I was stationed in Key West, and it was really beautiful sunsets. I have to give it that. In Key West, that is. Miami is a lot different, but that was early '80s on those, so I imagine it's changed a lot more. See, don't move to yeah, and especially what areas you live in. You could have nutria rats, you could have gators, you could have swamps, mosquitoes that are as big as horses.
That's what we have.
Do you have big flies or mosquitoes?
Hey,
Mosquitoes.
Troy.
Yes.
But we don't have any like venomous snakes. We don't have alligators. We don't have anything that's like really scary.
Poisonous, yeah.
We don't have hurricanes, don't have tornado. Well, we really don't have a whole lot of tornadoes. Yeah. It's just like days like today that it's like 48 degrees and we're freezing, but
Lauren, in question on the good screens, are you talking about that aren't cracked or broken or something? Is that what you're referring to? He'll be on Half-Ass Homestead channel at 7 p.m. Lori, what are you listening to?
I'm listening to us.
Oh,
I'm hearing my girlfriend Judy singing from the cellar.
oh, okay. I just didn't want to get a strike.
I don't think so. On a day like today. Could you hear it?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely could hear it. I did.
Yeah. Loud and clear too.
Yeah.
Okay, you can shut the door. Wow.
Yeah, he's still messing with it, so.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow is supposed to be 76, so we're going to be warm again, but not anything crazy.
93 here.
No, you can keep it.
How's a good year?
I'm trying
Oh,
to
you was
swim
it?
your way.
I didn't see. It's 90s, and I know that.
That brings a lot of memories back.
I'm pretty sure the date is on screen for it. So I
And
didn't.
if anybody missed it, there's that about what OVP said about 0 hour, which they do a live.
Sunday nights at 8.
Oh, Mike from Hudson Valley. That would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Oops. Over here. Over
When
here.
he says Mike, I thought it was UK Urban Prepper. But it was not. His name is also Mike.
And then Shadow, when do you do your lives? You might want to type that in so people will know about it.
8 p.m. Swedish time, 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Central time.
Man, is he prepared or what?
I know. He knows it all.
I'm sitting there going, it's this time, Sweden time. So I'm sitting there thinking in my head the math, and he's just rattling them off, and I'm like, that is that's being prepared for sure. What he's not showing you is that he's got a little cheat sheet just off screen somewhere with all that.
All right. Well, I'm going to head down. I've got to get ready for bed, so I will catch you guys later.
Good night. And
Good night,
Heather,
Heather.
sweet dreams. God bless.
God bless.
All right.
Holler if
Good
you need
night.
anything.
Sweet
Good
dreams,
night.
Heather.
I will. Thank you.
Well,
Sorry.
you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just kind of got to me
Well,
a little bit.
if you need to take a minute, take a minute. Because we don't want anything to.
That's okay. I'm fine. It's just good to hear it. Been a long time. Yes, I need a hug.
All right.
You want to come up and give me one, Lauren?
Here you go.
Love you guys. I really do.
And Shadow gave you one from Sweden. I know. Don't talk like that.
Sweden. Oh, jeez. I don't know why that hit me so hard.
Well, because you're you, and
I love my friends. I miss them. Judy is the one that's now in Florida. That her husband accidentally butt dialed me the other day.
So
Hey,
it sounds.
Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
So. Everybody's saying hello. But yeah, so like I was saying earlier, the doctor thing went well, so I don't have to go back until 6 months unless something comes up or whatever.
And how far away is he? He's only a few miles away, right?
He's about like 14 or 17 miles, something like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, you have to understand that the only concern I have is that in Texas, where I lived, we got ice. We didn't get a lot of snow. Yes, I can drive on snow, not a problem, without chains being on the tire or whatever. You just got to just be slow and easy.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have all these other individuals that, you know, think they can
There's
drive
always, yeah.
Those
55,
on speeders, huh?
They think they're invincible
you know.
because they're young and stupid.
Well, and granted, there are a lot of people that live up here that are used to the weather that comes up and all, but I'm just kind of like December. Weather in December, you know.
Yeah.
Good night, Jovita. Thank you for coming in. It's so great to see that you're doing okay.
Absolutely. Good night, Jovita.
Good night, Juanita.
So, and like I said, Faith is doing well. You know, she's, you know, day by day is, you know, she's either napping or wanting to go outside or wanting to go for a truck ride. But, you know, it's just that the only thing I'm missing right now is a big black cow in my backyard.
I'm sure after watching the video today,
Hey, Ace.
Trey would love to get rid of that little heifer. I'm sorry, she's
I'll
not a
have to
heifer
watch
anymore.
that
She's a cow.
So, hello, Ace.
Hi, Ace.
It's so good to see you. And all. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know if I can. There. Just to let you know, I'm doing a live if you want to pop in, Trey. Send. Okay. So that's been sent. And all that. But we're definitely have to check and see. And meanwhile, Shadow is sitting there lurking and thinking and contemplating.
And Troy comes
A
in and
friend
says,
of
I'm
mine-
sorry, I've been slack.
A friend of mine asked me a question once. I don't remember which one. And he said that who is the most dangerous person? The one who talks a lot or the quiet one? And I didn't have any good answer. The one who talks a lot? The quiet one.
Remember I said that the
You
other
never
night?
know what they're thinking.
Remember what I said about that the other night?
Yeah, I remember that too well.
Yeah. You never know what they're thinking.
Or what they're learning.
Or that too, yeah.
That is actually a good point, especially if everything, the society breaks down and somebody, there are a group of 2 or 3 people who shows up at your doorstep and 2 of them talks but one is quiet. I would keep my eye on the quiet one.
Yeah. Yep.
Or if you and I'm just going to touch on it briefly. Or if you have a situation like that's going over in a particular city right now on the West Coast, and I'll just leave it at that.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. And all of the things that come with it,
Yeah.
which to shout out to the Orlando Prepper for doing a live, regarding how to prep your home for something of that nature. So, or to get prepared for it.
And hopefully you're not living in a city.
Yeah, hopefully not, but you never know. It could come to small town USA.
This is probably very true.
It doesn't have to happen in the big cities. It can just go, and it can happen anywhere. It can happen in any country.
Oh yeah.
It's FAFO. I'll have to tell you what that means later, Miss Lori. If you don't know.
I've heard it before, and I probably know what it means, but I can't think of it right at the moment.
Well, I know you know what the F stands for. It's basically blank around blank find or find out. I'm sorry, I stumbled with English words,
Well, Heather didn't hesitate.
Yep. She didn't. All right, so this video is not monetized. Just want to say that. I'm way far from it.
Well, make sure you check your see if you have any strikes against you coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll have to look tomorrow. But
I would love to see what happens if the asshats show up around here. They would never see us coming, but they would never be seen again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say country folks can survive. There's a song that's back in the day when, country boys can survive. All right, Miss Lori, you know who that's from? Because I know you should.
It's, yeah.
A country boy can survive.
What's his face? Junior. Hank
Williams. Yep.
Junior.
He kind of took the lead on a lot of that, and then Toby Keith picked up on some of it.
Oh yeah. No, like Toby Keith. Him and Ted
Nugent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Nugent's kind of done
a
flip. Considering what he used to be and what he is now.
Yeah, well, once bitten, twice shy.
I mean, if you looked at Ted Nugent back in the day, you'd be like, "That's Ted Nugent."
Yeah, the hippie.
And you look at him now, it's like, Jiminy crickets. What?
I'm sure he got into all that stuff and then realized this ain't good.
Are you saying the last days, meaning health wise? I take it.
Oh no, Willie? Really?
Is it Willie?
Willie's singer? Been in his last days for a long time.
Is it Willie Jennings?
Or no, Willie
No,
Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Okay, Willie Nelson.
Good night, Rebecca.
Good night, Rebecca. You take care
night, Rebecca.
and God bless. And say hi to Ronald.
Yeah, say hello to Ronald in blue. I'm sorry, Shadow. I think I may have cut you down. What were you saying?
Forgot that.
You forgot. That's the first sign of getting old, you know.
He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near being old.
I'm 54 now.
He's getting
I thought you
there.
were
He's getting
45.
there.
All this time, I thought you were 45.
Well, one lady, I was on a live stream a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, maybe. Well, and she asked me how old I was. I said I'm 52. And her jaw dropped to the floor. And she said, you can impossible be 52.
You don't look your age.
So how old do you think I am? 40? Oh, thanks for that.
Exactly. I thought you were in your 40s, early 40s.
So if that's the case, show us where the gray hair is.
Hiding under his. Oh, there it is. Yep,
Well, it
there it
disguises
is.
it very well. Okay, all right. Because in the picture right now that you're in, you can't see any gray hair.
Yeah, it doesn't look gray from, being on the
What was
on
that
the panel.
commercial? I'm not only a member, or no, wait, I'm not only the owner, but I'm the member for gray hair for men.
Yeah. What the heck was that
Willie's
guy's
got
name?
surrounded by his family and friends. Wow.
Bosley.
Oh.
Making it home says, I would have pegged you at 39 or 40. Yeah.
I think I need to see a birth certificate to verify for validation.
I have my ID, but I wouldn't show that.
Yeah, well,
That would be a bad idea.
well, in the birth certificate as well. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a practical joke. Lauren, the only person I didn't text, and I'm sure she's got the grandkids, is buy you back 40. I didn't even get a chance to text her. Christy. But it might not be late enough for her to have them babies tucked in yet. So, but yeah, it's you hide it well, Shadow. You definitely are living life good. I mean, you walk to work, so you're getting their exercise. I walk from the hobby room to the recliner to the back door to let Faith out, back to the recliner, back to the back door to let Faith in to the bathroom, and then,
in the kitchen to get you some
Get coffee.
Yeah.
And a bologna sandwich.
I ate a bologna sandwich for dinner prior to me calling you. Actually, Miss Lori, I was actually eating my bologna sandwich while I was talking with you.
Wow.
I cannot lie.
I didn't even notice you were eating.
I started to call or text Shadow to let him know I was going live, but I was like, he's probably not up yet. It's
he's still sleeping, I bet.
So.
Uh-oh. I got an eyelash turned around or fell in my eyeball. I hate when that happens.
Stop that.
Should we prefer, let's
Might
have
be-
a discussion how to get an eyelash correct. Thank you, Lauren. But yeah, that's another good channel is Bayou Back 40 because Christy
Christy is
is just amazing as far as her videos in gardening and knowledge of plants and everything like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to pay her a visit again.
I need to try to sweet talk her to come up here whenever I get ready to do a garden so we can go gardening shopping or for whatever, or see if my seeds or what I need and all this stuff. No, you don't want that plant food. You want to get this one.
Christy's phenomenal. Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time.
Yeah, with those grandbabies
Yep.
and all. But Sawyer's so dead burn.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he's great. I can see him being a future YouTuber. So, all right, now you got me going, Miss Lori. Okay. Watery eyes, so bear with me.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
But yeah, it is.
Chris, how long have you been on YouTube?
How long have I been on YouTube? I'm going to say I've been on doing videos for a year. But as far as 2014, I've had a YouTube channel, but I just never did
Any videos?
any videos.
Yeah, the only reason I made an account back then was just so I could comment on other people's videos occasionally. And that was few and far between because I was afraid to say anything.
Well, I'm not I'm not shy by any means. And, it's as far as being in front of a camera and all that, it was just that I was using YouTube to, like, how do you change oil in a Cub Cadet XT1, and all this jazz.
Yep.
And so, and to get other ideas as far as
How to fix this or that.
how to do that, how to remedy this, and what happens when your computer goes down. And
Yeah, exactly. She'd tell you not to spend money on any of that stuff. Go get a box of worms and set them loose in the garden. Very true. Absolutely.
yeah,
Worms are the best gardeners out there. They aerate the soil. They fertilize it. They chew it up and spit it out. They're their own little mulch machines.
Yeah, that's pretty common, actually. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that, as long as they keep watching your videos.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Epsom salts. My father used to use that on
I got Epsom salt, but I use it in the bath for the old tired sore muscles.
Yep. Hello, Peter. I just watched how-to videos is needed for many years. Yeah, we did too. Every time Jerry wants to know how to do something, or if he's having a problem fixing something and can't figure out how to do it, or give him new ideas that he hadn't thought of, he goes to YouTube and looks it up and watches this video or that video, and until he can find one that has something that sounds like, yeah, maybe that'll work.
Let's see. This go here and that.
I used to look up food videos. How do I do this? How do I do that?
Well, see, I did the recipe things, because it's like you can, I mean, yes, I like steak and taters or potato, and I love shrimp, and I've never really been into the Italiano,
The fancy
the
stuff.
big,
Yeah.
the big, all the noodles, and I've never made a homemade lasagna.
Oh, I have that because our friend Eddie is very Italian. His father had an Italian restaurant.
I've
So
done.
he learned to cook from his father.
I mean, I've bought a box of spaghetti noodles, but I've found that I like angel hair noodles the most.
They don't take very long to cook, though. You overcook those suckers and they're like sludge. Doesn't take long. I think they only take like 6 minutes to cook.
And then I got into the prepping thing back in 2014, and I have to admit I did copy or did buy the supplies what Rule 2IC did at the Vision Preparedness. All right, who's that one?
That's Jerry. Jerry, come and say hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jerry.
Come over here so they can see you.
I'm just glad to see that there really is a real person named Jerry that is a real person, because we've always heard, well, Jerry.
Yeah.
Bend down so they can see your face.
Hi.
Hi, Jerry.
He's real.
Okay. Well, it's good to meet you finally,
Nice
Jerry.
to meet you. My back is killing me.
Oh, his back is killing him. He was down cellar playing with the tapes, and apparently the VCR that he was trying to play them on isn't working too good. So he stopped playing them because they were he doesn't want to break them.
Well, Lauren, I will have to obtain some of those.
Thank you, everybody. I'll tell him that you all said hi, but he was hurting. I could tell just the way he's moving.
Well, it's finally good to meet him, Now we only have to get a certain somebody to get, when the missus wakes up, as he calls them, to get her to come down
and say hello.
And also we can say hello to Mrs. Shadow Scout Swede.
We've seen her from a distance.
Yeah. She will wake up probably at 6 a.m. So
yes, I do love shrimp scampi. That when I went to back in the days when Red Lobster was Red Lobster, I would go and just and do shrimp scampi upon shrimp scampi, especially when it was, all you can eat shrimp, the shrimp fest. I would order. That's all I would order. I would not order the breaded shrimp or anything, or the butterfly shrimp. I just did shrimp scampi. That is one of my favorites, and it just so happens I have the fixings for that. And I had planned to do it tonight because there really wasn't anybody going live, and I kind of took a nap. So a bologna sandwich just kind of made the program. But yes, I'd love that recipe.
Yeah. Shrimp scampi is good.
I love shrimp.
Actually, Paul made up a newer version of a shrimp pasta dish that's pretty good.
Well, do tell.
Shrimp and garlic and linguine
Linguine,
and like a cream sauce,
yeah.
cream garlic sauce. It's really good. Oh yeah, and a little cream cheese too.
Well, the other thing that I love is what we called in Israel, which was pita bread. And if Heather was still awake, she could tell me what they call it now. But some people call it flatbread.
Naan. It's similar to naan.
Some people call it a gyro and all that. It's more Greek.
It's a Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pita bread is Greek.
Hi, Wendy.
Angel hair pasta with garlic and lemon and capers. Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I will call you. Well, it's either I have to buy right now. I had to if I want pita bread, I have to buy pita bread in the store. So anyway, yes.
Pita bread is simple. Actually, it's a very simple recipe, and you can do it on a griddle. If you have a frying pan, even any old frying pan will do.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a nice heavy cast iron one.
See, I've got some cast iron,
All
but
you need is a cast iron frying pan.
yeah, well, I've got to see.
Roll
I
out
need
the
to,
dough nice and thin, throw it on the cast iron frying pan, and after it's been there for a minute or two, flip it over and
well, there's a little small problem, and one of the things that back in the day that I was researching was how to season and get your cast irons, get the rust off, and yada yada yada, and all that. So I just haven't gotten my kitchen in order yet. So, and before I start trying to get all that in order, I've still got to get the dishwasher installed.
hero.
Heather, thank you, Heather. Because she went and had a couple stops at this one guy's trailer or truck. He's got a little business and all that. And if if the flag is flying, he's open. And she stops there, and so one day I'm sitting there like, "And where's mine?" She's like, "If I shipped it from Minnesota down to Oklahoma, yeah,
It'd be pretty ripe by the time it got there.
yeah, it probably would."
Good morning, Sean Ellis.
Hi, Sean. Welcome. And mahalo.
Aloha.
Yanni's gyros. That's what it was called.
Hero.
Now we're probably making Shadow hungry. Shadow, if you ever came to visit me, I guarantee you would be eating a steak and a potato, baked potato.
I haven't eaten steak since I was 16.
Bummer.
No, I'm allergic to meat.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you said that.
Okay.
Well, no worries.
You can
People
have
have a tendency to forget.
you can have the salad, or we can do fish or something.
Yeah, fish. That works. And I love shrimps too.
one of the best fish I've ever had was barracuda. And the way it was prepared, it was great.
Never had that one before.
Never had
Well,
barracuda.
we went and scuba dived in the Red Sea, and a friend speared a barracuda, and so we after we got through having the dive and all that,
You filleted it?
no, we didn't fillet it. We did
Okay.
like round steaks.
Oh, they're bony. I've heard they're like pickerel. They're really bony.
So, but
The Hawaiian 420 Warrior.
yeah, that's a new one. You know. Let's see, totally correct, Lauren. Yeah, I mean, the way that was prepared, I had no problems eating it and all for barracuda.
It's a whitefish, right?
It was really red and pink. It was almost like tuna,
Oh, really?
if I remember right. You have to remember it was like back in the early '80s. It was like so. My memory could be, I could be wrong.
A little off.
That's just a
I
wee,
know the feeling.
you know. I'll have to look it up and see later. Maybe I'm thinking of tuna. Probably am. How tuna's real pink or red.
Yeah, it's very red. Yeah.
Uh,
Or what's the other one? No. Bluefish? No.
they're,
It's almost pink like salmon, but tastes nothing like tuna.
it's showing to be a white meat, Miss Lori. So you were correct. I was wrong. See if I can remember how to do this. Over here, Chris.
Yeah. But that's after it's cooked, so I don't know what it looks like raw.
Ah, it did look like that. Okay, there's where I was
Oh,
getting.
yeah. See, it's pink. It is very pink.
But yeah, that did.
Like catfish.
It wasn't that big of a. Okay, Chris, minimize. There we go. I remember it. I just remember it tasting really well and it was well prepared. And then he also did a really. It wasn't a salad, but it was like cucumbers and tomatoes and all, and it was really the way he did it. It was really nice, and I wished that was one of those. I wish I would have gotten the recipes for that.
Yeah. That sounds good.
And
Does it taste anything like salmon or?
I don't remember the taste. I just know I enjoyed it. It was really well.
It has a nuttier flavor than cod. Nice.
Because a lot of people, here in the States, eat a lot of salmon, especially those that live up there towards Alaska and all that. And but it's just I can only eat so much salmon, and I'm like, okay, I can't do it multiple times a week. and but and down towards the coast, down there by like, on the coast, everybody to them it's like they love catching flounders,
Flounder is yummy.
and
Very light flavor. Best pizza I ever had was an onion pizza
in Haifa or Haifa, if you want to pronounce it, Haifa, Israel.
Israel.
Been there, done that.
They had a fish head pizza next to it, so I had the onion. Fish head pizza. That doesn't sound yummy.
Hi, Serena.
Hi, Serena.
Hey, Serena.
Yeah, finally a 2-day break from rain. Well, we got a 1-day break from rain yesterday, but then late yesterday afternoon and today it was raining again.
Well, if I'm getting it, eventually it's coming your way. I even called Brother Troy the other day just to check on him because I was seeing alerts for not West Virginia, but for Virginia. So I wanted to check on him, and make sure that he was doing okay. And he wasn't in his basement, Miss Lori.
He wasn't? Well, that's good.
And Lauren, I agree. I'm the same way. I cannot willingly eat salmon anymore. It just has a different taste, and I've just never acquired that taste. But like Shadow said earlier, shrimp. Oh yeah.
I love shrimp.
I can eat my weight in shrimp.
Lobster, shrimp, clams.
I haven't had a good lobster and the melted but
Maine lobsters. Those Florida things are weird. They taste funny.
Hey, you gotta get what you gotta get, what you can afford. Some places now, I saw some places that are charging like $600 for lobster.
What?
And I was like, yeah, that's what I said. I said, no way.
No way.
Lobster is really expensive. Oh Lord.
Wow. I thought it was bad up here. It was like $9.99 a pound, which is not cheap. It used to be like $4.99 a pound. You could get it at when it was on sale, and $5 or $6.99 a pound for when it was on regular price. Not anymore.
Well, here's the funny thing. Out of all the dogs that I've ever owned, the current dog that I have likes shrimp.
Loves shrimp.
Oh, she's
I've never seen a dog that wouldn't eat shrimp.
Well, I never, my Dalmatian, she didn't like shrimp.
Really?
Faith, oh my Lord. She's like, if I boil shrimp, if I do a type of shrimp scampi in the oven, she is like, it's like she has that, you've got shrimp and I know it and you're going to share or else.
Lauren, you got me drooling over here.
Yeah. Well, see, if you go to Walmart, if you go there, if you have one, or if your local grocery store, and you can go to the frozen sections, because I've noticed that a lot of grocery stores don't have like a seafood deli type thing to where you could pick, like, if you wanted some raw shrimp or shrimp boil or something like that, and this, that, and all that. I've noticed that I don't see that anymore. But now you have to go to the frozen, and they've got these little bitty, I call them fingerling shrimp. They're like little baby shrimp,
The
and
the
they
local
you know, for like special occasions. You know, it's just the tail, and you know, you cut the tail, spread it open, cut a put a little cut in it in the meat, and then you just season it with butter and garlic and all that. And it's like special occasions, like, hey, I made you some,
yeah. Most of the big grocery stores around here have at least some kind of seafood. Some of it is pre-frozen, they just thaw it out and sell it in the deli, but some places actually get it fresh from the fishermen down the Cape and local up and down the coast.
really, I did not know that. I thought it was vanilla.
Ice cream flavor sold to the public in the U.S. was lobster flavored ice cream.
Ew.
I never heard that. Ew.
Never heard that one.
I always thought it was vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds gross. I would not want lobster ice cream. Absolutely
No,
not.
can you
I
imagine?
doubt that.
What are you drinking? Oh, I'm having a lobster ice
A
cream
lobster
float.
frap.
I have a lobster ice cream milkshake.
No, thank you.
Oh man, that would be horrible. I
Oh,
saw on Discovery Channel that it was a show there. They had, and it was about ice cream. They had bacon flavored ice cream, and I said,
Oh,
"What?
I've seen that. Oh,
they had bacon flavored.
Bacon flavored ice cream?" I said, "Oh man,
I'm
oh,
gonna have to look that
Oh,
up
yeah, no
because,
thank you.
disgusting."
because
Oh,
I'm gonna have to look that up so I can, every time that Jesse from
Talks about his
Lazy Days,
bacon flavored toothpaste.
well, that or when he talks about, hey Chris, guess where I went today? I went to Whataburger.
Uh,
I can go, really? Have you had any bacon flavored ice cream lately?
Yuck. I cannot imagine it. And I love bacon, but I don't think I want it in my ice cream.
I don't think so either.
No.
Well, what are you doing? I just got through eating bacon flavored ice cream. Now I'm using my bacon flavored toothpaste to brush my teeth.
Hey Gary, good to
Hi,
see you.
Gary.
I've been looking for that. It hasn't been mentioned in what I'm seeing out there or what I'm seeing yet. Oh, yuck.
Gosh, bacon flavored ice cream.
That sounds
Well,
absolutely.
that would be, you go to a kid's birthday party, a relative or a friend or something, and they go, yeah, would you like some ice cream? Yeah, sure, I'd love some. And you come back and they go, you got a choice between bacon and lobster.
Ew. No thanks. I don't think I'm that desperate to eat that. Thank you anyway. Chocolate. I've heard people making chocolate covered
Yeah.
bacon.
The filter hasn't been changed in 5 years. Oh, I see what. Okay, I'm sorry. I saw that one, but I didn't see this one.
AC repair service.
The filter hadn't been changed in 5 years, so that was
Ew.
causing a problem.
Yuck. That's never a good thing.
So, how are your smoke detectors working? Have you tested them lately, Miss Lori?
My son actually tested it a couple of times so far when he was cooking eggs.
Huh. And see, you
making
thought I
himself some
forgot.
breakfast. And all of a sudden, bing, 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 bing. It's like, oh God, shut it up. Because the griddle got too hot. He said his eggs and his toast were fine, but the griddle kind of overheated and started burning the butter on the griddle.
Yeah. Yeah. If you know it's not good food unless the smoke detector goes off at least once.
At least once.
Who was it? Italians or something, or somebody after you ate your meal, you take the plate and smash it.
Oh
That
yeah,
kind of a good, good done meal or something.
that's yeah. I think it's the Greeks, either the Greeks or the Italians.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly on it.
If they were happy with their meal, they'd break the plate on the floor. It's like
Accidentally dipped it in chocolate gravy. It was good.
chocolate gravy. That sounds gross.
Well, you know what they always say, don't knock it till you try it.
I guess. When I think of chocolate gravy, I figure it's like chocolate syrup. But chocolate in your gravy? I don't know. That's
Well, who would ever thought having dandelion jelly?
true.
You know?
Well, somebody thought of it a long time ago because it's been a thing for a long time.
So it's just
Replacing the filter every month? I've never heard that for an air conditioner. Take it out and wash it, maybe, but
well, it depends on what type of filter it is. And if there is one outside, then, especially in the southern states where, you might have a lot of dust, pollen, or whatever. Yeah, I have too. I've heard of one being on the inside,
yeah.
but I did the new unit that was put in my house in Texas before I moved up here had a inside filter, and by the heat exchange, just like Gary said, and then there was another little 20 by 20 filter that was inside the house that would be bringing air up to it.
Troy says, my ex-wife actually ruined a pot because she didn't know when water was done boiling. A southern girl that can't cook? I mean, seriously?
Well,
why?
Is West Virginia considered southern?
Well, yeah. Have you heard them talk?
No, I've only heard an Appalachian man talk.
Same thing.
Well,
where do you think he's from? He's from West Virginia. And he's definitely got a southern drawl.
I have never heard a lady or woman from West Virginia speak. I've heard North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, New York, New Jersey.
North Carolina's further north than West Virginia is.
Well, I was just naming and I cannot forget Minnesota. And Massachusetts.
That's definitely not southern.
Well, yes, yes,
Although I am Southern New England.
Shadow, you're gonna have to bail me out on this. I mean,
He's Southern Sweden.
Yeah, we have different accents all around this country too.
can you imagine? Can you imagine seeing Shadow in a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and saying "y'all"
Wearing spurs.
or "howdy, partner"?
Hi, partner.
What are we doing today? We're going over yonder on the North 40. That'd be like Gary talking like he's from, upstate somewhere, having a New England accent or something.
Yeah, I can't imagine Gary talking like that.
No. Or I don't know, he could, talk like he's from Gotham.
Gotham City.
Yeah, Batman.
Yep.
And that's one question I've always wanted to know, Gary. Do you have a searchlight that's got the bat signal ready to go at your
You
house?
should.
I mean, that would be the ultimate prize to have it. It's probably scare everybody to death, going like, "Oh no!" He'll never tell.
I'm a redneck through and through. Your daddy's a Yankee? My daddy used to call himself a swamp Yankee. She was from mainland, and yes, West Virginia is southern. They started to separate from Virginia in 1852. The Civil War was just a coincidence for the separation.
So, Troy, were your ancestors, were they Johnny Rebs or were they Union Blue? I could probably talk with I can't talk with a Yankee accent. I got kinfolk up there.
Where in New England? What?
Well,
What?
I wonder where you went, Lauren.
I have to run and take care of something. I'm back. Welcome back.
Remind me, Miss Lori, of history. Yes. What started the Civil War?
What
other than the obvious.
It was the North taxing the South.
Ah.
It had nothing to do with slaves.
States' rights versus federal rights.
Yep.
Hello, Silent Forgotten. How's Chris?
Hello, Chris. So what part of the North
Chris
were you in?
With a K.
Yeah, Chris with a K.
Talking to the Chris with a C.
So, Gary, what part of the North were your relatives in?
Hey, Robin.
Hello, Robin.
Chris, I'll put it like this. Oh boy. I'll send you my great grandfather's war diary if you'll send it back. I imagine there's some stories in that.
I bet.
Hey, Robin. Good to see you again.
You didn't even see the notification? Bummer.
Yeah, it happens to me sometimes. I can
Yeah.
see people are alive, but I didn't get any notification. Bummer.
Yep. The only time I find out somebody's gone live and I didn't get a notification is when I go to I always keep a tab open that has subscriptions on it.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll go to it and open it up and refresh it so that it shows all the new people that are going live and stuff. And if somebody's live, then I'll see it on there, but I don't always get a notification.
Yeah. And it's the other issue has been like with YouTube, for whatever reason, is that there's been so many issues, like with Orlando Prepper. He was trying to do a live and he sent out a notification of it, and it was supposed to have happened at 7 p.m. Eastern, but yet it showed that it came out on live at 10:23 in the morning. And he jumped on real quick and corrected it. So there's other quirks that need to be worked out.
I'm telling you, YouTube is really doing wackadoodle stuff. Oh, so they're from
Good night, Belt Loop. Be safe.
Midwest.
Take care, Beltlow.
Good night, Gary. You take care on the way home. Be careful. Watch out for
Sure.
idiots. I didn't get a notification either. Says Peter. I saw it on my homepage. Yeah, that's what I do. I go to my homepage where it shows my subscriptions, and I do a refresh on it, and all of a sudden, look at all the lives that are on, and I didn't even know they were.
Well, I've been noticing on, as Miss Lori calls it, fake book.
Yes.
There has been so far 3 channels on Facebook or Facebook that has been doing and showing pictures of the Texas Raiders airplane in the crash itself. And I'm like, why are they showing this? It was a sad day, and people are still trying to heal through it. So, that's a memory that you don't need to show back up.
Yeah.
The Civil War determined what kind of nation we would be. The war resolved 2 fundamental questions left unresolved by the Revolution: whether the United States was to be dissolved Confederation. Well, thank you. Wendy didn't get a notification. Of the sovereign states of an individual nation or sovereign national government, and whether this nation, born of a declaration that all men were created equal in the right to liberty. All right. You know what? I made sure you went outside before. You're just going to have to chill for a bit, Faith. We'll see how long that lasts, right? All right.
Okay.
So now that Chris and we have Shadow in here, I'm waiting, and of course the quirky one, Troy. I'm waiting for the jokes to start flying amongst those people, and then a little jab from Ace to Troy, or something like that.
I'm surprised. I haven't seen Ace posting it all lately.
We started I started the live at 9:15 Central Time. I thought it was Mississippi, Troy.
The only state that slavery was an issue was Arkansas.
Yeah, did not know. Hawaii would continue to exist as the largest slave-holding country in the world. The states would dissolve Confederation of Sovereign States or an individual nation.
Indivisible.
Indivisible. Thank you. Yeah, I believe that's probably the issue. Besides the issue, this dog wants to go out now. Do you need to go out? You're giving me that look. Miss Lori, would you let my dog out, please?
Oh, sure. Come on, Faith.
Yeah, your ears perked. You heard your name.
Faith, you want to go out?
Do you need to go outside? Now watch what happens. You'll hear the toenails when I back up.
Mm-hmm. Or not.
All right, well, hang on. Hold the fort for me, folks. I shall return real quick. Go. Let's see if I remember how to do the camera. I don't remember how to do it on
Down
this.
the bottom.
I need to change that, don't I?
And to mute the mic.
And
or you can just leave it open. Okay. I tried playing hide and seek in the hospital, but they kept finding me in the ICU. Because you ain't supposed to be in there. Georgia was actually the state that clung hardest to slavery. Freedmen ran to Arkansas. When you get a bladder infection, you're in trouble. Absolutely. It takes some guts to be an organ donor. Yeah, I don't ever want to do that. Because, they'll put you on a machine that, he needs to be on life support. And then after a day, we believe this person is brain dead. So, we're just going to pull the plug. We just need you to sign this paper, please. And then what do? They pull the plug, and then while you're still alive, they take your organs because you donated them to science.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Oh.
They're killing people to get organs.
Uh,
You can hear the blood in your veins if you listen very closely.
yeah,
Sad to see
Shadow
it.
is on a roll.
It's reared its ugly head. The KKK never went away. They've always been around. They always will be.
I'm not even gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. They're just evil people.
I won't waste my breath on them. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Went to the library to get a minute for working on somebody written.
Arkansas was not a state yet, but wanted to have slaves. But Congress already passed a law that no new states would have slaves.
All right, Lauren. I will call you tomorrow. You have a good night. Get some rest. And sweet dreams to you. Thank you for everything you
Sweet
do.
dreams, Lauren.
Good night, Lauren. Love you bunches.
Love you more.
Prayers up.
Never let me.
You guys stay safe out there in Arkansas. Guy whose whole left side was cut off. He's all right now.
Yeah. I can attest to that.
Never lie to an x-ray technician. They can see right through you. Absolutely. Medical students hate the test on kidney stones. It's the hardest test to pass.
It's hard to pass kidney.
Yes, especially for guys. Well, it's not so bad for women, but
Oh,
guys
Lord.
really have a problem.
She's already at the back door sitting there looking like, is he going to let me in?
I'm lonely out here.
Yeah. Lonely. Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Why don't yogurt and medicine get along? One is probiotic and the other is antibiotic. That's a good one.
All right, Faith. Just a minute.
Northern states.
Sorry for that, folks. Other duties. Anybody care for a dog treat? Oh, you do?
Oh, no, thank you.
All right.
It's quite all right. I think I can manage.
I think we pass, Lauren.
I mean, don't they look delicious? They even have waffle looking.
I know. They look great. I still don't want one, thank you anyway.
All right.
Doctor, my son just swallowed a roll of film. Oh, let's hope nothing develops.
Is Troy kicked? Nope. Troy hadn't kicked any jokes yet.
No, he's still talking about the Civil War.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure he's got, a lot of history.
That's absolutely true, Troy.
Yeah.
Northern states didn't abolish slavery until the 1890s. And on Indian reservations in the early 1900s. Yeah.
How do you put a fire out at the post office? Stamp it out.
Stamp it out. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Optometry puns just keep getting cornier. Oh, yeah.
And just for a public service announcement, Shadow Scout Suite is not a licensed doctor, physician, or medical personnel. He's only making jokes because of the fact that it's funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As opposed to YouTube, who doesn't have a sense of humor.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, water.
That sounded like AI.
That was AI.
Yeah, it's Lori's AI.
I have to go to wake up the missus.
Oh,
Okay.
good. I might get to see her then. Just say hello. And wish her
I
good.
will let her know about that.
Yeah. The warning would be good. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
Yeah, he would definitely be like, what?
I once heard a joke about amnesia, but I forget how it goes. Knock, knock. Who's there? Amnesia. Amnesia who?
Oh, I see you
Oh,
have.
I see you have it too. Yep. Silliness.
But that would
Silliness.
also go in the aspect of when you get to be a, very old senior citizen. It's like, who are you? Well, I'm your spouse. My spouse?
I
Yeah,
never got married.
we got married 50 years ago. Da, 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 da. I'd be like, yeah.
I'm going to call the police.
Yeah.
It's all y'all's fault. My brain's set on history mode. Sorry, Troy. But see, the problem with history is it's written by the people that win the war.
Well, the other issue about history is that it tends to repeat itself, and nobody goes and says,
Nobody learns.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm waiting for the parachute pants and the 80s to come back.
Good luck with that. No, don't. No. No. Bad,
What?
bad. Not a good thing.
On the 80s?
Going back to the 80s.
I'm just wanting it for the music.
I could do without that.
I know you want the 50s and the 60s.
Yeah.
And you got to admit, my music
Early
library,
70s. Early 70s were good.
my music library includes 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and
Actually, there are songs in every decade that I like, but there's so much in the 80s and 90s that you had to slough through 30 songs before you actually heard one that was really good. From a distance.
well, that's like I never became interested in rap music. It just I never clicked on it. I just never got into rap music.
No. It's not really music. It's just weird talking with all this.
And I mean, every era has got their music.
Quirks. Yeah.
So it's one of those things to where it's like I'm not a fan of all of Hank Williams Sr. songs,
Oh yeah.
but but I liked Hank Williams Jr. You know,
I knew that was gonna happen.
What? Did you say something? Hello? Well, I think he's talking to his computer.
Probably.
AI is talking to his computer.
Yes.
Who would have thunk? I gave you.
Why won't oysters share? Because they're shellfish.
I hate shellfish
I love shellfish.
food or oysters.
I like them fried. Battered and fried.
Well, I just don't like anybody that shells fish.
Shellfish? I don't like shellfish people.
Yeah.
What do you call frozen ibuprofen? A chill pill.
Oh man.
Yep.
So how many? Let's see, 13 going. If someone steals your heart, no, I better read this one.
If you steal someone's heart.
Oh, well, if they stole my heart, then yeah, I would have to get arrested.
Not you.
Cardiac arrested. If you all get a chance, check out the live Saturday night. Guessing it will be definitely
Hold my beer night or beer
a
moment.
hold my beer moment. Yeah. Why do nurses bring red markers to work? Just in case they have to drug them.
Oh, I tell you what, I give kudos and so much great appreciation to the nurses because they are the front lines and they do so much. You know, it's like you see your doctor for a short amount of time, but you see the nurse so much on a lot.
Yep.
And they're
You
the
see
one.
the nurses more than you see the doctor.
Yeah, you do. And they don't get paid for it enough. And I'm all for the nurses. Because,
PMS jokes aren't funny. Period.
oh, someone threw a tank of nitrous oxide at my neighbor's house. No damage done, but it was a laughing matter.
It wasn't a laughing matter.
Oh, it wasn't. Maybe
I would think it would be.
I don't have anything, Faith. Look, there's nothing here. I have no food.
She said, I know you got the bag up there.
Shadow's not even eating cereal, okay? Okay. Over here. Look at that.
Hello, Faith.
You see the tail wagging? Like
I see that tail wagging.
Yeah.
I got an itch.
You got an itch.
A happy dog.
I mean, I took you for a truck ride, and all that. Kristen from Sonic even offered a pup cup, and you didn't want a pup cup. So
I just had a successful liver transplant operation. That surgeon really delivered.
oh, why do your heart and lungs all in your body?
You're well organized.
Well, I do not have.
Just go there. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't have my appendicitis because that went bye-bye back in '79.
Yeah, mine went bye in '69-ish. I think it was 68 or 69. No, let's see.
In 1814, we took her little trip. We took her appendix out, and it was a mighty trip.
I think it was 67.
Did they bring a little bacon and a little bit of beans?
Brought a little bacon and took a little bean. Fought the bloody British on the town of New Orleans. Fired our guns and the British kept it coming. Wasn't not as many as it was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. I'd say the Gulf of America, but it wouldn't rhyme.
I think Ace went to sleep on us.
I think she did. Or she found another live to play in. Let me see. Are there any other lives going on? Nope. Just y'all bot. She must have fell asleep. I'm thinking.
Probably.
Well, I figure here in about let's see, in about 38 minutes, I'll probably cut this one off, and we can switch to the late night show for Lori.
I don't know. By that time, it'll be 1 o'clock. There she is. She'd be lurking.
Yeah.
She's lurking.
I don't know. I can't see how many people are lurking. I'll have to go over here.
See, 13 is showing on my screen.
No, it just rolled down to 12.
Yeah, it rolled down.
Yep.
Now it rolled back up to 13 again.
Yep, it did. That's weird.
Maybe it's your camera influencing it.
Yeah, that must be it.
I've noticed your camera hasn't done it tonight.
It hasn't done it at all. I know. I don't think it did it last night either.
And then
what did one tonsil say to the other tonsil? Did you hear? The doctor's taking us out tonight.
Yeah. I've always, I've always wondered, what do tonsils do? Why did we get tonsils?
Well, apparently they're finding out that tonsils actually do serve a purpose. But doctors used to say, oh, they're useless. They don't serve a purpose. Or what purpose they did is not necessary anymore. So they used to take them out willy-nilly every time a kid would get a cold and have a sore throat. They'd take them out just to take them out because, they could get paid for it. But now, not so much. The plague, the flu, the common cold, walk into a room. I asked, what is this? Some kind of sick joke?
And then which moves faster, heat or cold? Heat, because you can catch your cold.
Yep, I heard that one years ago.
Man, oh man.
I went to medical school with an incredibly ambitious guy who was obsessed with collecting skulls. He'd do anything to get ahead.
Oh, look who's in chat now. It's the one, the only Tim Mason.
Hello.
Good morning to
Been
you.
driving all day, just up close to Tampa, Florida. I heard you saying something about that the other night, saying that you were going down to the Keys somewhere. A friend of mine made so many rash decisions that he became a dermatologist. Okay. It does make sense.
That would be a hair-raising event.
Nurse. Wow, that cut looks terrible. Do you want me to stitch it up? Me. No thanks, nurse. Fine. Suit yourself.
Ursäkta. Excuse me for a second.
All right.
I'll be back.
Say
Okay.
hello to the wife.
Why did the dermatologist place a bet? So he'd have some skin in the game.
Yeah. Dermatologist skin. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're going to go, if you're going to want to set up, or if you're even going to go live after this. But I figured because it's been 2 hours and 12 minutes, and I figure in about 33 minutes I'll cut this one off. So
Yeah, it's and then it'll be 1 o'clock here. I hit a personal milestone last night. Laurie wouldn't read all of my jokes last night. I missed some. I don't know. They were coming so fast and furious. I ended up skipping some. I don't know how. I went back afterwards and I happened to notice some and I'm going, how did I miss that? How did I miss that one? I know. I felt stupid afterwards. It's like, what the heck? I totally missed that.
well, that's like, I keep waiting for a certain somebody who will start talking about fudge in a particular place that is his fantasy place to go to.
Uh-huh.
I'm waiting to see if that happens. If I ever am looking at the stars and I see Uranus, I'll take a picture of it and send it to you, Miss Lori.
Oh, thank you.
In the night sky, that is.
I kind of figured you'd have to see it in the night sky.
Well, I was talking about the nighttime Uranus, not the daytime.
Totally different.
Yes, because a lot of people tend to show that side of themselves.
Yeah.
Inte det bästa alternativet.
Jerry used to be really, really into telescopes and stuff.
Well, I just have,
Netty.
I don't have a telescope, but I mean, I think it's neat, on sometimes you zoom in on the moon and you can see all where it's taking hits from meteors or whatever hit it.
Yeah.
And you're like, you look at some of those craters, you're like, holy moly, that was huge.
Big. Well, you know, there are some people that think that it was put there specifically to intercept
Ja, det har inte jag fått på de närmaste
asteroids that were heading
bra
for Earth.
länge.
Wow.
God's not stupid.
Vad sa du?
Yeah,
jag
Terry had
ska-
a 4-inch reflector telescope,
Ah.
not a refractor.
Mhm. I just remember the old, back in the day, 5 and dime store type El Cheapo telescopes.
More like a spyglass.
2-inch or something, and then it'd come to the end, and it had the little, look like
The prism with the little
yeah.
angled eye piece.
And then
So
when it finally
down
quit,
in it.
I took the prism out of it because you could reflect light, and it would just make all the pretty colors.
Colors. Yep. That's right. Weather in Uranus, wet and moist. But they're still packing fudge for your enjoyment.
And then you got shadow. I mean, we're going from one end to the other. Okay.
The doctor told the patient, "You have acute appendicitis." The patient replied, "Is that better than an ugly one?"
I should have said that back in 79.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what did Ace post?
I have no idea. I'm afraid to look.
Let's see.
Poo head. Okay. I'm not going to watch that one. I couldn't even get through the one that she posted for Troy last night. I got about 2/3 of the way through. I said, I can't listen to this anymore. This is just gross.
What do you give chocolatiers due to the truth? To try to stay out of trouble. They fudge it.
What do chocolatiers do to the truth to try to stay out of trouble? Fudgy. Okay, yeah, it's worded a little strangely, but
Yeah.
What do you give a sick lemon? Lemonade.
Okay.
You get their lemon pumping again or something?
What got me was that in school,
I'm
how
not looking, Troy. What?
in school how you could in science they would take a baked potato, or not a baked potato, a potato I should say, and they would show how you could get things to move and stuff, and then other things, and then a lemon you could get I think electricity from or something.
You could, yeah,
Yeah, you can.
You
When
can
I was a
make a
kid,
battery.
had a table clock, and you know what? It ran on your orange juice, basically. You put
Yeah.
the electrode
Or
in the
lemon.
orange, and
because it's a battery's main component is acid.
What? I don't know what you want, but you're
Citric.
pestering, my friend. Yeah.
Citric acid is this. a different kind of acid, but it's still an acid.
Maybe that's what the professor used on Gilligan's Island to charge the batteries.
Ah, that's a good possibility.
What?
The professor always had an answer.
I got this off.
I didn't hear what you said about whether or not I should transplant tomorrow or wait until after Wednesday. What? I didn't hear anything about transplanting.
I don't remember it either.
I didn't see anything about transplanting anything.
This awful disease where I can't stop telling airport puns. The doctor says it's terminal. Oh, God. Yeah.
That's true.
What do you need? Huh? What is it? Do you need to go outside?
Okay. I don't know who you're talking to, Serena. We have no idea. Because I didn't see anything about transplanting anything.
Okay, babe. Come on. Come on. Hey, are you coming? Come on.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused too.
Yeah, I don't see anything about transplanting anything.
And I didn't either. Let's see. I'm trying to. Huh. I'm gonna have.
No, there's nothing there about transplanting anything. I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know either.
No clue. Why did they take paracetamol to prison? It's a painkiller. Apparently, that is acetaminophen.
That's
They
what
have
I.
a different name for it in Sweden. Because we were discussing that one night. We were talking about painkillers or something.
Yeah,
And he said something about paracetamol.
yeah.
And I'm going, what is that? I never heard of that one. Apparently, I looked it up and it was acetaminophen, which is Tylenol.
I
When life gives you lemons, squirt someone in the eye. I don't know what you're talking about, Serena. Those are some pretty strong winds, and my plants have not been hardened off yet. Who said anything about planting? I never saw anything about planting. What is the medical name for owning too many dogs? A overdose.
or overdose. I mean, I see where there's watches that are in Odessa and Lubbock in San Angelo area in Texas. And there is a few severe thunderstorm warnings, but
She was talking about Wednesday.
I don't know.
I have no idea. There is nothing. She never said anything about transplanting anything. I never saw it anywhere.
I never saw it either. So
And I'm looking.
Well, let's see. Shadow, a very nervous patient was admitted to get a blood transfusion at the blood bank. The family nurse told her not to worry and B plus. Oh, B plus on the. Okay, now I got it. Very nervous. Okay. Okay. I thought getting a C on all my grades was stood for Chris. You know, I thought I was doing good. I have no idea, Serena, because I am not a per se gardener. But if there's going to be that strong of winds, yeah, I would probably say wait until it goes by.
When are you planning on hardening them off? I mean, you're further south than we are. They should have been in the ground by now. Of course, it's been raining and raining and raining and raining and, you know,
Hey,
thunderstorms and
Hi, Shawnee.
tornadoes and everything else. Hello. Hello, Shawnee. Well, Shawnee's the person you should be asking, Serena. I have no idea because you never said anything about. You never asked anybody about your tomato plants. So when you started talking about your tomato plants, we were clueless as what you were talking about because none of us heard anything about your tomato plants.
It was a great day for me.
Well, my day has just begun.
And Miss Laurie's has started yesterday.
Yeah,
Yesterday, when she
I
was young.
was young.
Now she's a day older now.
Another day older and a deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can go.
I hope so. If
Oh,
I survive
my
the heat.
soul to the tiny stone.
Shawnee, Serena asked this question earlier. Maybe you can give some enlightenment or suggestion to her on that.
And before that, she asked a couple of other questions or gave more information about it as if she had asked a question before, but she never asked the question before. So we had no idea what she was talking about when she started saying, nobody answered my question yet. We didn't see a question from you. She was busy posting jokes.
Be forced to keep them in the garage until the wind passes. Okay, so she got her answer. But
yeah, Shadow hates the heat. I don't blame him.
well, now the rioting has started in Santa Ana, California.
Santa Ana, California.
Yep, it's spreading out, you know. And just for the record, if nobody saw the Orlando Prepper, he posted a picture of a map of the U.S. that on June 14th, a lot of planned gatherings are going to occur on that day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
June 14th is that Bastille Day? I think.
It's Flag Day. I know that.
Flag Day. Let me see.
Uh,
It's not June 14th, it's July 14th, Bastille Day.
oh. Well, let me look one thing up because I had heard something else of what day that was.
It's Flag Day, but yeah, I know it's something else besides Flag Day, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Oops. I don't want that one. I want that one.
I don't blame you, Shawnee.
Oh, I found out. Okay. Also, on June 14th is President Trump's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, so they're going to celebrate his.
Yeah. They're going to protest and all
They're
that.
just so cute, aren't they? Scum. Yeah. I'm going to shut my mouth because I don't want to get into it. I need just, yeah, stay in California and not spread around. I wouldn't doubt it because Portland always seems to want to get in the mix with that.
Yeah. Square roots. Don't even get in the math. Oh, you'll lose me on all that.
I suck on math myself, so
Because the only time, I mean, when my algebra teacher started talking about pi, I was just, of course, I had to sitting in the back, I had to make a smart comment and say, all right, we're going to have pecan pie. Yeah.
What did one flower say to the other? What's up, bud?
I just remember my mother growing plants and flowers, and she would always go out there and talk to the plants.
That's the one I was trying to think of the other night.
What?
Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing.
Oh.
I knew there was something about salad dressing, and I couldn't think of it.
Well, if you hear of one, Shawnee, let me know because I would be interested in that.
I wish they made affordable breathing, cooling clothes for people that are heat sensitive. Oh, that would be nice. Corn, yeah. That's a good one, Serena. What vegetable hurts when you step on it? A corn. How do plants contact each other with the telephone? I love word jokes.
You see Shadow walking down the street wearing an astronaut suit with a helmet?
I don't think so.
that keeps me away from the sun too.
He would definitely have to walk like he's in zero gravity, like a space person.
When did the lobster blush? When it saw the salad dressing. Anything red, you can say the same silly joke.
Was that foghorn leghorn I just heard?
It sounded like it, didn't it? That was Foghorn AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shadow needs paid vacation hours during all the hot days. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would prefer a bunker 40 meters below the surface. That would be nice. No windows, nothing. That keeps me away from the sun. I don't like the sun. It burns me.
That's never fun.
Now it feels like fire on me.
Yep. Been there, done that.
Well, with the medications that I take, I can, I have to try to stay out of the sun.
Me too. Blood pressure medicine always affects you more when you're in the sun. Which natives always complete their projects? Finnish people.
Why are trees so good at networking? Because they are constantly branching out. Yeah. Yep. For sure. Uh-oh. Troy's got to get in this. Been watching that, Chris. Trump is planning to celebrate all patriotic holidays. Huge. Unfortunately, Flag Day falls on his birthday. He's already made a statement about it's America's, not him. Well, that sounds about something he would say, yeah.
Yeah. Why are trees so good at networking? Because they're constantly branching out.
So,
How do spiders communicate across the planet? Via the web.
what did the bee say to the plant after telling it a joke? I'm just pulling your leg, or pollen your leg.
Pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your leg.
Well, Miss Lori, are you going to be doing any live after this or not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try and get to bed early tonight.
Well, if I'm going to the lawnmower oil change and all that, then I will be having to. Yeah, that's why I'm cutting it short. Why did the banana decide to go to the doctor? Because it wasn't peeling well.
It wasn't peeling well. Poor banana.
Why did the banana leave the ice cream parlor? It saw a banana split.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more riding lawnmower maintenance day tomorrow. And if I do it in the morning, it'll be cooler because tomorrow is supposed to be a hot day here.
Yeah.
It will be a hot day today too.
You don't
That
want
sucks.
So
yeah, you don't want to be messing with a lawnmower and gasoline and all that kind of stuff on a hot day.
Well,
We will have 19
degrees
degrees
here, right
Celsius today. Yuck.
Well, mine's supposed to be 93 Fahrenheit. So I'll let y'all do the math.
It's about the same here, Shawnee. Where are you at? I'm up here in Massachusetts.
Face barking. I gotta go get her.
Minnesota. That's kind of pretty much on the same parallel.
Sorry.
Man had such a bad dream, he chewed his pillow to bits. The next day, a neighbor asked how he was doing, and he replied, "All right, just a little down in the mouth." Spitting out feathers. Yeah, 90s are a hell no. We had a 93 day the other day. It was not fun.
Well, hey, I'll share my 93 tomorrow with you.
Yeah, we had one 3 days ago, 4 days ago, about 4 days ago, I think. It was very hot. Was it Friday? Yeah, I think so.
Breaking news: anti-ICE riots nationwide now. Dallas, L.A. Yeah, it just popped up. I got an alert on that. Yeah, I'm not a fan. If it gets above 73 degrees, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, especially if it's muggy. I hate muggy.
So
If it's not humid, I can go 75. If it's muggy, no.
say goodnight.
Good night, Troy. Love you too.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to bounce too. And call it a night. But I just wanted to do a quick little live and see if I could remember how to do it and how I could perform the task of being a person running a live. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that have come into the chat, and of course my world famous panel. And I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all have a blessed night and or a good day to you, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Y'all be careful and be safe. Remember to do something nice for someone, and take care of yourself. Sending out love and hugs.
Love and hugs.
Good night, my brother. Honor and strength.
Strength and honor, brother.
You know why I do it that way, don't you? It's because yours is strength and honor, and I have to do honor and strength.
Okay.
So I don't steal or take your copyright. So y'all have a good night. Stay blessed, everyone. Love y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good afternoon.
God
Good evening.
bless.
Tell Mrs. Shadow hello for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, and the missus says hello, good morning to you guys, and good night, good evening.
All right.
Good night.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody in chat.